and I can't even say enough about our young players and our bench and just the contributions we had. They played like veterans, and that was as good as we played all year, and probably as good as we played in a long time, just as a group for 9-10 people. So we'll take it. It's a good way to get ready to go on a road trip. That's going to be hard. Questions?
Coach, were you surprised at all by the rookies' performances? I mean, Heinz Allen is physical, but to do that against the defending champs.
Well, given that we had played them in the preseason, I saw that we could do some of the things that we did tonight. Obviously, they didn't have Maya that game, but we didn't have Christy or Crystal that night. There was hope that they could do some of the things. One of the great things about Maisha and Ariel is that they're not afraid of anything. Just one of the reasons we took them is that they aren't afraid of big moments. They kind of relish it, and they believe that they belong out there. And so it's a great feeling as a coach when you're talking about young players that they do those kinds of things. And then we just got great poise from a lot of other people. I mean, Tosh and Christy took care of the ball and got everybody. You're playing with two rookies. Sometimes you're trying to get them organized, and we just made really good decisions down the stretch.
Coach, talk a little bit about that second quarter run. Really shot yourselves back into the game, and the three-pointer was falling all night. What do you kind of see?
It was a focus of us in training camp that we had to take a fair amount of those shots to space the floor. It got us some drives later on because of it. When you start making those now, the inside opens up. At the end, Tosh was able to drive, Christy was able to drive because they're afraid to help because we are knocking down threes. The second quarter run shocked me a little bit that it just kept going. Sometimes you go on those runs and they're 10 points or 12 points and then it lulls. It just kept going. And so, when you look down, I think it was 35 points or whatever it was for the quarter, you're in shock that, you just, given that you can only score 11 in the first 10 minutes, that's quite a turnaround.
Coach, Sylvia Fowles had about 6 to 10 points in the first 3 minutes of the game. What was the defensive shift to kind of not shut her down but keep her under control for the rest of the game?
We stay attached a little bit better. I thought early in the game she got early runouts in transition. She got post-ups before we could get enough people there to help because we were missing her turning the ball over early. It's a little bit easier to get matched up on her when the ball's going through the net at your end and everybody can get back. I thought that was part of it. Second part is we changed up our double teams throughout the game, tried to give her some different looks as to who was coming to help. A couple times we triple teamed her and tried to make her a passer, which we did a better job of after the first quarter.
Mike, we heard Elena wasn't feeling well.
She has dehydration, and doctors looking at it, and they said that she wasn't ready to go back. Hopefully over the next 48 hours we can get her hydrated and feeling better, but it's just one of those things that happens, sometimes, I don't know, you get that sometimes when you have the flu. I'm not going to speculate, but she just run out of gas and was dehydrated.
So when you look at the last season playoff, you're thinking, how do you get more help for her? The fact you guys did this, if she didn't even play in the second half.
That's a huge thing for us, is that she was gassed, and we had other people take the spots. I mean, we were playing small for a while. We played Ruffin Pratt as our power forward for part of the game, partly to get matched up with them with Maya Moore, but partly to spread the floor on them too. So it's a good sign. We'll see how that carries over into this week. We got an incredible schedule this week, 5 games, 8 days, and we'll just go out and get ready for Seattle and see what happens.
Talk a little bit about Christy's performance tonight. Led the team in scoring, but really ran the show out there.
That's why we recruited her so hard in free agency, is for what you saw today. She won us a playoff game playing like that in New York last year. She feels confident right now. She's in the best shape I've seen her in years, physically, that she can go all day, and she feels good about it, and she's putting in the work.
You talked a little bit earlier in this week about the lineups. You're still trying to figure out the right lineups.
I don't know. I'm going to throw them into a hat tomorrow and see what comes out.
I was going to say, if the bench has been playing so well, do you sense a starting shift coming up?
Well, that's something I want to watch the film and talk about. Certainly, we have to consider it based on what's going on. Then you got to figure out a way, okay, now we come up with a new rotation and how you balance it. I don't know what that's going to be yet. The first 10 games usually of the season are a little bit experimental when you have some new people, and probably we're still going to be experimenting a little bit over the next week or two.
That fouls matchup is really tough for Crystal and for
Yeah,
anybody.
it's
but-
tough for anybody.
Yeah. Are you confident in that small ball lineup that you have those speaking?
Well, we're starting to call Maisha Draymond Green, so she wants to handle it, she wants to shoot jumpers, she wants to, but she's so physical and she has great fundamental technique. I mean, I thought her and Tiana did an unbelievable job of blocking out fouls and keeping her from going over their back. And then we got a couple loose ball fouls on fouls trying to get rebounds by blocking her out. So, it's a hard matchup for anybody in this league. I'll take what we got out of it today. You're not always going to be that fortunate.
You guys are 4-0 for the first time in franchise history, and jumping out to a quick lead, first team in the WNBA, up to 4 wins. That at least means something, just getting off to a quick start.
Yeah, it does because it's such a short season. I mean, those are in the bank. At the end of the year, they don't care when you got them, how you got them. It's just that you got them. So 4-0 gives us the start, that most people would die for, and so we'll take it.
Latoya did dress today. Do you see her starting soon, or not starting?
Well,
but
she's
being
been
on the play?
practicing a little bit. She's not going to go to us in Seattle. She has one more doctor appointment on Tuesday. She's going to meet us in Phoenix, and then we'll see how it goes, see how the games go, and see how her practices go. But she's starting to feel better too, so that's a good sign. And hopefully we'll see Tay in 3 or 4 weeks, and then we'll be complete.